listeners, and welcome to a very special Halloween Tom's Rapid Reviews. Now, you'll notice I'm not in my ordinary setup today. That's because hordes of ravenous readers and lurking listeners have come to the library. Their hunger for new books cannot be sated. I'm safe here for now, but I don't know how much longer I'll last. I want to leave one last review, just in case, for posterity, you might say. So, without further ado, let me read you the blurb of Pine by Francine Toon. They are driving home from the search party when they see her. The trees are coarse and tall in the winter light, standing like men. Laura and her father Niall live alone in the Highlands, in a small village surrounded by a pine forest. When a woman stumbles out into the road one Halloween night, Niall drives her back to their house in his pickup. In the morning, she's gone. That's right, readers, this is Tom's Rapid Reviews, where each week we take a review written by one of our fabulous Surrey Library staff, and we talk a little bit about the author and the context of the book, and it's all done in a hope that you might be willing to try something new to read or to listen to before they get you to. This week, as I say, it's Pine by Francine Toon, written in 2020. Pine is the debut novel by the Scottish author. It won the Bloody Scotland Scottish Crime Debut of the Year and was longlisted for the Highland Book Prize and the Deborah Rogers Foundation Writers Award. It's a tough novel to categorise in terms of genre, being both thrilling but not a thriller, and spooky but not your traditional horror. Let's go now to the review written by me, so I can give you my thoughts on the book. When I picked up Pine by Francine Toon, soon after it came into the library, I did what we're always told not to do, and I judged a book by its cover. The edition I read had a spare white background with the stark outline of a deer whose back fades into the treescape of a pine forest. It and its foreboding presence intrigued me. Pine is told from the perspective of Lauren, a young girl who lives with her father Niall in a small rural Scottish town, and whose mother disappeared 10 years prior. As the story unfolds, it reveals itself as a tense, horror-tinged mystery on the edge of civilization, where a suffocating, dark little town plays host to gossip, fear, and regret. Pine is unflashy in its writing, putting across its information in a concise but evocative manner. The characters and their flaws feel honest, and the atmosphere is exactly the kind of creeping dread that I was hoping for. Viewed through the eyes of a child, the interpretation of the truth of the events of the book is left up to the reader, and the ending is humane, if slightly vague. I enjoyed this book a lot and would quickly recommend it to anyone looking for something unsettling, but not too gruesome. On the whole, Tom's Rapid Reviews would give this book 4 out of 5. So then, a contemporary tale to chill the bones. But what about similar recommendations? Can Surrey Libraries offer more to the fans of the frightening? Of course we can. For other modern Gothic tales, you could try Shirley Jackson's We Have Always Lived in the Castle, or Susanna Clarke's Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. Both of these books, and indeed Pine, are available physically. We Have Always Lived in the Castle and Pine are also available as ebooks on Libby. If you prefer an audiobook, perhaps try The Cabin at the End of the World, available on BorrowBox, though that's perhaps slightly more horrifying than Pine. One way or the other, I'm sure you'll agree that there's plenty here at Surrey Libraries to get your spines a-tingling. Until next time though, readers and listeners, that's all from me. Please like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and remember to stay safe and borrow books. And I will hopefully See you next time for more of Tom's Rapid Reviews.